All right, we're discussing NVIDIA, what's happening with semiconductors, and can this trend continue? We saw AVGO break all-time highs, reported earnings, and now it is dipping. But the question is, was the earnings really that bad? Right? We look at names like CrowdStrike that report earnings, they dipped, and now they're bouncing back very strong. Was it just maybe overhyped as it went into earnings? But did the earnings really depict that demand was still strong? Did it still depict that semiconductors are still on the uptrend? And if the market really does start to recover even better and push back into all-time highs, will semiconductors lead us there? That's what we're discussing here in today's video, going into more of the options chain as well of what we're liking there also. Now, as we jump into this, it's important to understand what and why we're looking for. So NVIDIA, again, you're at 141.9. You still look really impressive. You look good. When you look at the chart too, I want to talk about this just for a second. We're not going to spend too much time here to start off with. But again, as you look at the chart there on something like the 4-hour and on the daily, again, you're getting back above that 2024 high there as well, which was the big significant breakout point for us. If you start to break above 144, 145, I think it's looking for all-time highs. I'll tell you that right now. Now, when the most important thing here is looking at something like at AVGO, because we can look at more of that data as it's coming in, some of the bigger earnings that just kind of came out. And you can see that AVGO is dipping back below its previous all-time high, had in 2024. You broke above it, but now you're getting back below. And that's going to be a lot of what we're talking about, is going into that earnings and how this will impact NVIDIA and the other semiconductors we like. Now, before I do that, I do want to say right now, if you are interested, the Discord link is down below. We're actually going to be having a workshop shortly after this video is released. But again, you get to see what we're trading, how we're trading every single day. We're live on WAP as well. Those are also recorded, so you can go back and look at that. We go over our trade recaps every single day, deep dives into those with Jordan. I'll go over some as well, but Jordan really covers those every single day. We'll go into our trade ideas, what we're looking for, how we're trading, what we're trading, and why. We go into our technicals, the quick steps for scalps. Again, we have to post those a little bit quicker, but you can see everything we're doing there as well. And then obviously rundowns, watch lists every single day, everything that we're doing in between. And then you can see the profits from the traders. But again, this is not a Discord where I think you're just getting signals. This is a Discord where you're trying to actively learn. And so you could ultimately go do this on your own if you don't want to get our signals down the line, right? So we try to get you to where you can get out of this and you don't have to just stay trapped with us forever, if that makes sense. That link is down below. Also, if you're looking at trading futures, the top one futures who I use, they're having a pretty decent sale right now with code Hefe, and they have their big launch for their new product tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. Now, really quickly, again, I don't want to keep us too long here on a Sunday, but again, AVGO getting below this 251 level. This is what we're going to really be talking about a lot today in this video. Okay, so basically, AVGO's earnings weren't bad. I want to say that right now. They were not bad. They weren't terrible. It was, I say this all the time. When a stock is trending into all-time highs or going straight up into earnings, I don't like to touch them, especially because you're putting yourself at more risk and you're basically pricing in the best case overall scenario. And I don't really want to do. I'm sorry if you can hear my kid in the background too. He's going a little crazy. But again, I don't really love doing that. I don't love pushing the envelope, right? So this is a great name, but we want to wait until after earnings come out. Now the earnings come out, you look at more at the information. It was a good overall beat. The outlook was still pretty solid. It maybe wasn't as parabolic as some expected, but important to understand that. You go and you look at this as well. The key factor here is that the demand is still there. And that's something that we have to continue to focus on when we look at semiconductors, is demand staying very high, because that's what's gotten NVIDIA to grow, AVGO to grow, and all these other names as well. And now you're seeing names like AVGO and TSM being some of the biggest companies coming to America for manufacturing as well, which is really big as well. So it's important to see that. And if the demand is staying high, again, that's what you want to overall see. Now, again, I know I'm talking a lot about AVGO, but this ties right back into NVIDIA, with AVGO being one of the top semiconductor names, along with NVIDIA as well. And the charts look pretty similar, except AVGO has outperformed as of recent. Now, even from these earnings, you can see NVIDIA just chilling above that major level, which we just discussed. You go to the daily, again, it's your 2024 high, going back into June. Again, you broke that later in October, but that was a major pivot point, right? So it's important to see that even though you're seeing the, a little bit of a pullback, NVIDIA doesn't really care right now. So again, very important to see. You go look at something like SMH Semiconductors as well. Again, kind of pulling back a little bit, but nonetheless, you're still above that major breakout point of 249. If you can hold above 253, 254, I do like the upside. But again, what you're looking for as far as the ETF is concerned for semis. But again, my viewpoint as I look at AVGO's earnings is I still think it's a great name. I still think semis look awesome, and I still think this puts them in a great position. And a little bit less on the NVIDIA side, I think AVGO is presenting itself to be a pretty decent opportunity. Something I mentioned in the beginning of the video was a name like CrowdStrike, and this is something that we traded throughout the week inside Discord as well. We'll see CrowdStrike is a very shockingly similar chart as well. You broke above that, again, previous high you had back here, but this was in February. As you can see right there, you can zoom all the way back out. You broke back above that level. You go to the 1 hour chart and look what happens. You're pushing it high into earnings, and then you gap down. The chart looks a little bit better here on CrowdStrike because you're mounting back above that almost immediately at 456, and that was great opportunities to go long. You had multiple chances to go long. You go to AVGO, you're sitting below that level now, but the trade is still the same. Now, again, I'm not looking to buy AVGO down here. I'm waiting and I'm being patient for AVGO to get back above our level here at around basically 251, 252. Now, some of you might be saying, well, Tyler, am I going to miss out on profits if I do that? You will. You will miss out on some profits. But it's important to understand that you want to take the high quality trade, not the trade that just presents itself with the best money making size, right? You want to actually have the easiest trade at hand so you don't have to worry as much about that trade, and your probability of losing goes down tremendously. So again, I'm waiting for that upside, the amount above and the push up. Sorry, it looks so ugly. But again, that's what you want to see, that break retest of this and then pushing back up, at least into that gap fill of 259, 260, give or take, but ultimately pushing back into all-time highs as well. Now, again, you go look at some of these other names like TSM. They're still trending locally at those highs, looking very good. Again, you're not at all-time highs, but you still look solid. And TSM got above 200 like we mentioned there as well. You can even go down to some more of the cheaper names, right? The mid caps in the sector, if you will. Names like Marvel, MRVL, which I've been talking about. It's my favorite mid cap, probably semiconductor out there. And again, I'm looking for a push back towards 80 to 83. Again, you're getting towards 73, like we mentioned as well, and you're still seeing that uptrend. Again, you're noticing since the lows, you're still steadily making higher highs and higher lows. Constitutes a bullish trend. You go look at something like ARM. It's at a stickier spot and it has real potential. I'll tell you that right now. But again, you're sitting at the 200 SMA. You mount the 200 SMA, this thing could start running quickly towards 145, 150, where we sat in this range for a long time as well. So again, it's important to understand that AVGO, yes, you're seeing a little bit of a dip, but I think it's presenting itself as one of the bigger and better opportunities as well. You can see a little level right there, right? A little zone. So above 134, you almost have $10 of upside as well. So the more and more I look at this sector, the more and more bullish I really get. And again, why do we look at this sector and we think that semis look so good? It's like I've been saying, number one, if you're buying on the dip, if you're buying while the market was getting weaker, I've said over and over that I thought semis were just the hot area of the market that had the best overall potential. I said TSM, AVGO, Marvel, and obviously NVIDIA were the names I like the most. Now, going into those options as well, what would I be looking at? Personally, again, this is Moomoo. The link is down below. You can check them out. Again, go to AVGO. Again, you're waiting. You're being patient. I'm going with monthly contracts. Again, I like the June 20th. If I'm doing a day trade, if we get above that level, I'm looking for like 255s where I'd be aiming there. Again, if you want to go more time, I think you want to be a little bit more aggressive. Time is going to be your best friend. The July 18ths are still pretty cheap as well, back into local highs. I'd be looking at that also. Now, more names I'd be looking at as well. Marvel, again, those are going to get cheaper as you go to mid cap, so important to understand that. It gives you a better opportunity to go with more time as well because, again, you're looking towards $80 July 18th. Those contracts are only $1.35. That is incredibly cheap in my opinion. The risk reward opportunity is awesome because, in my opinion, those would over double if you even get close to in the money, but closer to 3x if you're looking at that as well. ARM is a little bit more risky, but again, above the 200 SMA provides a great support. Again, I would go more towards the July timeframe, just letting you know that right now. The 150s, 160s, again, they're very affordable, and I have to assume when you mount above that level, around 135, you're going to push into 140, 144 pretty easily. You can even go closer to 140 if you wanted to, pay a little bit more of a premium, but again, you're expecting good overall movement from there as well. NVIDIA, AVGO, you're going to pay more money, like I said, but again, I think the money-making opportunity on NVIDIA was more with the leaps, like I mentioned. Again, we didn't want to go a lot of risk because we knew NVIDIA was going to be a great performer. That's why I was always saying it. And again, if you go back and you look at those leaps still, I mean, people in Discord, you've already seen them. But again, those leaps are, we got those around 25. They're currently at 52. Some of those are even at 60 at the $100 calls that we mentioned as well. So again, it's important to be thinking about what you're looking at, why you're looking at it, and where you're taking the risk in the market right now. I love semis. I think they look really good. That's my personal opinion. If you have any questions, let me know down below. The Twitter link, Discord link, all that's down below as well. Who I use for all my brokers, futures, etc. It's down there as well. Have a good one, traders. See you tomorrow.